Alright, so I've been driving this thing for about a week now of ownership. I'm going to just do a little kind of driving review of it, just based off my, initial impressions of first week of ownership. But this is my only car now. It's a 2017 Porsche 911 Turbo S. Black, Bordeaux red interior. Now, I daily drive this thing, so it is raining outside. Actually handles awesome in the rain. It's on Pirelli P0s, which are our ultra high performance summer tire, but they're really good for obviously dry conditions and then water, so it's really good at filtering water. Not the best for when they're cold out, but it's almost springtime, so I should be fine until summer. Then I'll throw probably some all-season tires on here, like some Continental DWS, which are some ultra high performance all-season tires. Now, the only real storage that I use is here. There is storage behind the seat, but it's not easily accessible. The only thing that I throw in this little frunk is my backpack for work. So backpack goes in there. Boom. Plenty of room. There's actually a lot of room in here. Big suitcase, decent amount of stuff in here. And then close it like that. If you see my last video, you already know what it looks like and everything. Here she is. Gonna get a little cold start. Stock cold start, basically in normal mode and everything. The sport mode does open it up, the valves up a little more, so it's a little throatier. For a six-cylinder, it's a 3.8 liter twin turbo flat six, so it will give you a different tone. I've been driving V8s for so long that I've actually never really owned a six-cylinder besides my F-Pace S, which was a supercharged V6, but that was pretty quiet and everything. So this is kind of the first high-performance six-cylinder that I ever owned. It is actually very nice. No complaints, so far. Some things I do, obviously, I don't know if you've noticed, and found it. Heated steering wheel is located right there. One of my managers used to work for Porsche for a long time, and actually he pointed that out because I was looking for that for probably like an hour. And of course, got the heated seats right here. Boom. And if you look outside, it's nice and rainy outside. Obviously this is a all-wheel drive, so it's honestly amazing. I haven't had any issues in the rain with this vehicle, even though I feel like it shouldn't really handle that well in the rain, but it does. I'm actually super surprised with everything, how it drives, everything, all that kind of stuff. Miles per gallon, whatever. I'm at like half a tank. I probably get about 330 miles for the tank, which is, not bad. Better than my F-Pace and my Camaro. I was only really getting like 280 on a full tank for both of those cars, if that. But let's see. So engine's warmed up. I like to let it sit for about until 111 degrees for the engine right here. 113. But you always pretty much pop it into sport mode. Oops, not Sport Plus. Sport mode. Exhaust opens up a little bit. RPMs sit a little higher. I turn the suspension on to sport and everything. I have just been driving. Got your parking sensors. We no blind spot anymore, but that is fine. What's nice is this thing has CarPlay. It is corded, but that's fine. It just goes in the center armrest here, and it charges my phone, and then I get to use CarPlay on this center display right here. So pretty easy to use. Honestly, I'm enjoying the kind of the physical / digital tachometer look again in use. Obviously in this car it's a little more suiting, it's a little more mechanical, which is kind of cool. And I have not ever really driven it in Sport Plus yet, or just, you know, deployed the aero kit, so the front spoiler and then the deployable wing. Still just trying to get used to it. The only time I'd probably really use that stuff is when I'm on the freeway, just because I don't have to worry about ground clearance. In Washington, it is, you know, there's a lot of hills, a lot of curbs, that kind of stuff, so I don't really want to mess up the front end. Not that I wouldn't have to worry about it, but this car is a lot of fun to drive, like super. Obviously a lot of money goes into this car, and this car carries a high price tag back new, so you would expect a lot of stuff to work well and feel good and everything in terms of just the whole fit and finish inside. The fit and finish in this car is amazing, and it's like, I cannot complain about really anything. There's just so much premium products inside, and it has to do that just because of, you know, the original price point and everything. So it is an awesome vehicle, and obviously the driving with the PDK controlling this 3.8 liter twin turbo flat 6. I love the transmission. I've never had anything like this, like a dual clutch, that kind of stuff. So it is really cool to get used to. I've literally just been driving in basically sport mode and automatic, so not doing any of the shifting by myself, just letting the car kind of shift. It always, you know, it's super intelligent. It'll hold the gear, it'll automatically downshift for me. If I accelerate faster, you know, it shifts faster, that kind of stuff. And the shifts are crazy fast. You don't even really feel them. You barely even hear them, which is pretty sweet. It's just so fluid. It's like shift, shift, shift. Haven't really messed around with the manual mode yet. It's just kind of using the paddle shifters. But once I get used to the car, I may mess around with that. And honestly, once the weather gets a little better. This thing is a trooper in the rain. Like, it's been like the last day, and then a couple days ago it was like pouring rain, just like torrential downpour. And I was like, I'm not sure how well this is gonna handle in the rain and everything, but just no problems. There's no rain mode or snow mode in this thing. It's just normal, sport plus, and individual. That's really it. You can tighten the suspension or, you know, that kind of stuff, but there's no, it's just the intelligent, like the all-wheel drive system is just gonna do it for you on the surface. And yeah, it's pretty nice. I have not really detected any, you know, wheel spin and that kind of stuff. Obviously you can break all four loose, probably a combination of the tires cold and that kind of stuff, but just, you know, driving around, especially right now in the rain, it is very nice. It's actually it's a very comfortable car, and in sport mode it's actually pretty throaty. I watched some videos and I feel like it sounded really quiet. I don't even know if it's picking up through the camera here, but I can hear the 6-cylinder kind of rumbling, a little burble, that kind of stuff. So I mean, it sounds actually pretty good. I've been going back and forth about getting a X-Pipe from FabSpeed. It's about like $4,500 to do Sport Cats and X-Pipe, because I wouldn't want to delete the catalytic converters. Turn that down. That sounded really good, but you know, we'll see. Nice little cup holders here. I throw my coffee in there every day. Plenty of space for me. I never really use the full SUV space and everything, so this is actually perfect. I mean, got my backpack and just some of my small stuff and going to work and that kind of stuff. So I really don't need an SUV. This fits me a lot better, and it is, you know, fun to drive. Rain, dry weather, it's awesome. Obviously I can't really push it too much in the rain, so it is extra fun when it's dry out, because then I can actually push this thing a little better. But it is a, you know, a completely different like feeling and response driving like this kind of vehicle, and I love it. I don't regret like any decision, you know, trading both those cars in, because this car in my mind is just honestly way better. It's different, but it is way better than both. The carbon ceramic brakes, not only do they look nice, but the stopping power on these things are ridiculous. I even got a sliding panoramic roof, which I have not used yet, but you know, maybe use in the summer, that kind of stuff. And yeah, just the whole, and I already did a review on this, but the whole interior is just so nice, with a bunch of leather, black bordeaux leather, carbon fiber trim everywhere, suede headliner. I have the seats folded down too, and it's actually just like a flat surface now. I don't know, I just kind of decided to leave them down. When they're up, it's fine, it doesn't really matter. I don't ever use the back anyways, so it just kind of sits there. But yeah, that's it. Been about a week of ownership, and it is awesome. Still getting used to it. If you guys have any hints or tips or questions, let me know. Don't forget to drop a comment down below. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.